Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. This is round 5, race 2 of our GR3 Championship from League 2. We're at the Autodromo de Interlagos here in Brazil. So this is the grid going into this second one. Let's get straight to it. This is reverse grid, remember, 30 minutes endurance. So we've got Seamus on pole position, Benzo in second, Seabroad in third, Kev in fourth, Pickle in 5th, Team Silver 6th, Jerry 7th, Paul in 8th, Flash in 9th, Oz in 10th, Harry Poppins in 11th, Phil Mack in 12th, Aaron in 13th, Bailey 14th and Conrad in 15th. Conrad's joined us here for race 2. So that's it. Let's hope it's as lively as race 1. That was an absolute blinder. So some more of that please. Here boys, let's do this and watch those lights. Oh, very long hold that time, longer than race 1 as we're all off and running. Someone's gone up the outside, I think that's Flash, trying to go the long way round, but Benzo and Seamus and Broad goes through and he takes the lead, see Broad. Oh, and there's a few off at the back there, I don't know who that was, there was a Ferrari, was that Flash? Whoever it was, they ran off wide at turn 1. I'm not going to go back and have a look, but couple just ran off a bit wide, might have been a bit of contact, but Steve Broad then takes up the lead here. Remember, could be a mix of tyres here. I think most drivers have started on the hard tyres, which will easily see you get through the first quarter of the race anyway, before you have to come into pit lane. But Seamus is under attack, runs wide. Seamus gets, we don't want to go too far out there, that's going to lose him a couple of spots, and Benzo and Paul gone through. So Seamus back to 4th. What we don't want to do is start having a big fight behind like in race 1 and allowing the leaders to get away. I know it's early days here in this race, but that's what happened I think is in race 1 eventually the top 6 just crept away, couldn't be caught in the end, but Sue Broad is off with a good gap there with Benzo. Second runs a bit wide, it's going to allow Paul surely. Oh yes, up the inside goes Paul. Benzo had a bit of a moment, but Paul managed to get through. Benzo back to 4th now because Seamus has got through as well, going around the outside. Aaron's come through as well with Aaron, who's near the back, so he's done well to get himself up to 5th already. So all these cars going down into turn 1's not going to be very pleasant I don't think, but I think we'll get through. Yeah, we do, good racing now. All through nicely. Oz in 5th now. Aaron going around the outside of Paul, gets up to 3rd. And that Corvette. So Aaron gets a bit of a lick on, gets himself up to 3rd. Paul on the inside's not going to go for that, just stick behind Aaron. But as I say, if these all continue to fight, there goes our leader, Sue Broad at the top of the hill there. Lovely lead. So maybe he's on softs. Actually, these are all on hards, I think, not a lot of these guys. There's Team Silver in 6th. And Bailey, winner of race 1, up to 7th already. And then Conrad, who joined us here for race 2 in 8th. Then Harry Poppins, Pickle, Jerry in 11th, Seamus 12th, Flash. In 13th, Phil Mack in 14th, Kev back there in 15th. Oh, and they're having a few moments there, the boys. Seamus has another look around the outside of Jerry this time. Flash on the inside. In fact, Flash lost it, or has he? No, he's coming fighting back on the outside of Seamus, gets it done. So 12th for Flash. Let's go back to this second place battle though, because they've all caught up with Sue Broad. He must have had a moment because he was some way, wasn't he, in front? Let's have a look. Yeah, we was looking at the gap he had. Now he must have had a moment here. Oh, and there it is. Oh, and he's over on the grass. Gets back on and gets back in front, but look at the momentum he's lost. They're going to be right up his Jacksy by the time they get going. Here come the hungry back behind him. Imagine looking in your rear view mirror now, seeing this lot coming at you, especially along the straight. They're going to swamp him here, absolutely swallow him up. Going into turn 1, he covers that inside line immediately. Benzo and Aaron though, right up behind him, can't get through. In fact, Aaron did get through, good move. Aaron must have just about done that, got him on the brakes maybe, round the outside. But again, it's all gathered up and Sue Broad again. He's had an off, I think. He's dropping back to 5th. Yeah, he's out there, and there's another one of the purple cars off, and who was that? Didn't see. Let's have a look what happened there. So he got himself... Oh, did he get turned by Benzo? It was Benzo that went off. I see a purple car as well. I think he got turned around by Benzo there. It drops him all the way back to the front, to the back even. So unfortunate. Means Aaron's our leader then. So he's trying to make amends for his second spot, or second place in race 1, but Ozzy's all over the back of him, with Paul there in 3rd as well. Team Silver in 4th, he's doing well. Keep up with the boys here. Showing some good pace in that Corvette this time around is Team Silver. Good racer, Team Silver. Been with us a while and never get any trouble with him. Good racer and looking good here in race 2. Oz all over the back of Aaron. He really fancies it, Oz, doesn't he? Now he must be on. He must be on soft tyres, I would imagine. Yeah, he is. Had to be. The pace he was showing there in that McLaren. So these 4 now just creeping away from the rest. Little gap, but back to Bailey, who's up to 5th. Goes around the outside of Conrod. Conrod's in 6th now. Yeah, gets that done, Bailey. So Bailey's come to join the 4-man party ahead of him. 5 minutes in. And winner of race 1. Starting to push on. Team Silver currently with that fastest lap at 1:35.417. Said he was looking good in that Corvette. Conrad 6th, Harry Poppins now. He's right up behind Conrad as well in 7th spot. Pickle in 8th, and it's Flash in 9th, Phil Mack in 10th. Kev's made his way up to 11th spot with Seamus behind him. Tricky corner that, as Seamus just found out. At his wiggly moment. Mind you, in that car, every corner's a wiggly moment, isn't it? It would seem. And Benzo in 13th, Jerry all the way back to 14th, so not sure what's happened to Jerry here in race 1. Not sure I'm going to find the footage if he did have an off, or is he just not feeling it on those tyres. Doesn't look like there's any scuffs, so it doesn't look like he's been off. And Seabroad, well, we know he went off, didn't he? Unless he got tangled, unless Jerry got tangled up in that little bit of mayhem. Perhaps that's what it was. Trying to recover now, but Aaron all over the back, sorry, Ozzy all over the back of Aaron, I should say, and these two have suddenly found a second wind, and they're pulling away from Paul in 3rd. But these two really are going for it. Ozzy now with that. As he looks at the lead of Aaron, he gets it. At least for now. Aaron's going to be on the inside. No, it comes back to Aaron. Ozzy going to try. If he stays on the outside, it's actually perfect, because you can stay on the outside, you'll be on the inside for the next left-hander. Well, he makes it move anyway at the right-hander. But that's what you can do around here. If you stay on the outside of the right-handers, you can generally then going to be on the inside of the next left-hander. But Oz with that quickest lap now, fastest lap at 1:33.884. And he's showing it on those softs. Aaron, I would imagine. Yeah, he's on hards. I was on hards as well, along with Bailey there in 4th spot, I believe, was also in hards. He was. So he's reeling me in though, and we know how quick that Mazda is. I'll keep banging on about it, but he's quick along these straights. So now, even now, Oatman is in. I'm trying to play a defensive game already early doors, but to be honest, might as well let the faster car go, and he might have a look here, and I think he might make the move actually up here. And we know what happened last time there was a Mazda on my inside. Thankfully this time though, as we go side by side, it's all clean. There was no mistakes. So up to third goes Bailey, back to fourth for Paul, and then we've got Conrad, who, considering he didn't, has a bit of a moment, considering he didn't race in race one, having a good time here as Paul also attacks Bailey again up the inside, surely. Oh, and he almost got it done, so Paul fighting back at Bailey, but remains in fourth. We've got Henry Poppins in sixth spot. Pickle 7th, Phil Mack up to 8th now. Flash 9th, Seamus 10th, Kevin 11th. To come round this right-hander, great shot this, Jerry 13th, and Seabroad is in already, so he is coming in early, 9 minutes in. Team Silver, 1.5 second penalty. My goodness me, now that could be a combination of a couple of penalties there, dished out, and another second, my goodness, wow, 2.5 seconds he's got to get off there. Seabroad's been in, and he's on hard tyres, so not quite sure what's happened. Maybe there was a bit of damage from the off. No damage up here though, is there? Look at Aussie going, but Aaron's staying with him, and nice hard tyres. Bailey third. It's just how long those tyres of Oz will stay live. Not very well as he goes wide there, and there's an example right on cue, or something happened to, he's gone. Oz is just gone, he's gone straight on. Something's happened, and actually comes in front of his teammate. His hazard lights are on. Yeah, has he had a disconnect? I'm not sure. He's still kind of driving around, so I'm not sure what's happening. I've just got a reset or something, but he's losing spots galore, down to 8th. Everyone's passed him, so that's a disaster for Oz. Fastest lap was leading, and now dropping down the field. So Aaron then, he's now our leader, with M. Bailey in second. There's no surprise that we see them two there, is there? But, you know, fair play. They do what they got to do. Promotes me to Paul to third spot though, for the time being at least. Conrad's going to show a little bit of pace in that full GT behind in fourth. And this is just the start of the fun. You wait until the second half of this race begins. Because it starts to get really exciting. Conrad now trying to chase down Paul. Looks like he's tamed that car a little bit. Unless it's just suited for this circuit. Certainly doesn't look quite as skittish, does it? I hope I haven't put the commentator's curse on, but from what we've seen of late, there's always a moment in these cars, isn't there? Just as you think it's going smooth, there's always some little flinch on there. But looking good, and he's certainly getting onto the back of Paul. Harry Poppins also is catching, I think. So you head round this left-hander before going up the hill. Steep, this is really steep up here. Doesn't look as steep on camera, but look at that. It just drops down. Looking over the Sao Paulo there, the city of Sao Paulo in the background. As we see Conrad, Bailey's in. Conrad's going to have a look up the inside. Easy pass. Job done. Or not job done. Paul gets second because of the Bailey in the pits. That's actually the two Mazdas are now in together. Might be a bit of teamwork going on there. So they must have known what lap to come in. So obviously they've been discussing the strategy before the race. So Conrad up to second, did get that pass move, that move done in the end on Paul. To see where that was done, because he was behind him going through turns 1 and 2 and 3. So he must get him down here at 4. Actually goes round the outside. Paul covers up the inside, but I think the pace of that full GT will just outdo him. Yeah, Paul's going to allow him to go through. So second for Conrad. Although Paul's going to fight back at this point because that was a little moment for him. So now Paul's on the inside. Might get that back. No, not quite. Tries the outside. Can't go around the outside there. He certainly can't pass on the outside anyway. But what a battle this is. Oh, Paul looked like he was going to hit him, but he didn't. He just moved out wide, trying for the wider line. Compromised his exit a little bit. All moment from Conrad. So good battle here for second and third. As I was saying, it looks a bit twitchy now, doesn't it? As Paul has another look up the inside. I think Conrad might still have it. Paul's going to stick behind him. Again, good exit from Paul now, but we know if there's a drag race between these two, we know that full GT should have the legs over that Ferrari. And that is the case. Not much in it, but enough to keep him in second, Conrad. So again, turn 1, lap 10. And he stays there, Conrad. Phil Mack to 4th, and he's under pressure from Pickle in 5th. So a couple of little scraps going on here. All of a sudden, in this round, these Genesis look really quick. Before that, they look sort of, they were quick, but for me, nothing sort of special. But all of a sudden, they seem to have come to life a little bit here. Having been in the sandwich in race 1, I know exactly how quick they can be, but yeah, just visually look quicker, don't they? Seamus in 6. Flash trying to get on to terms with him. Back in 7th. So halfway mark in the race now, people will start, the rest of the field should start to filter into pit lane to take their stop. A couple might have another lap, maybe, or 2. Not going to get much more out of that on the tyres. Jerry in 8th, so he's made up a few spots, so where he was. Well, I don't know, there are a few scuffs, aren't there? So maybe he has had some collisions with the barriers or other cars. But anyway, he's in 8th. Our leader Aaron's though, he's in, just noticed that, so he's there. He's taking his stop. Kevin 9th. Bailey in 10th. Henry Poppins in 11th. Obviously D2 have come in, haven't they? Oz in 12th. Team Silver 13th. Benzo 14th. Seabroad still there in 15th. What it does mean though is Paul, who's staying out for another lap, has taken up that lead, and he's got a big gap back to his teammate Flash. The whole length of that back straight there. There he is, there's his teammate. But of course, both of these have got to come in. Jerry as well, I believe. Yeah, he's got to come in too, so these are all the drivers that haven't been in. And then we go back to Bailey in 5th, who's the first of our stoppers. So, effective leader in the race, in the tower, but not in a race at the moment. So we'll see. It's quite a long stop here at Interlagos. So I fancy, as Bailey is right up the back of Kev now, I fancy that these might take up the lead again when the non-stoppers come in, and Kev just moves out of the way for Bailey. So Bailey up to 4th then. I think our leader Paul, he might well be coming in here. He is in, so he's in. Flash will follow suit, I believe. Oh no, he doesn't. So Flash is going to have another one, so he will take up the lead then, Flash. Is Jerry in? I'd imagine he will be. Yeah, he's staying to the left. Yeah, he's in, indicator's going, so that means Bailey will get second effectively, but Flash is going to stay out, and well, judging by the way he's drifting around these corners, he certainly hasn't got a lot left on his tyres. He's got absolutely nothing on his rear right, so he's going to be losing time. Obviously got a fairly big gap, but it's not going to be enough to cover for these boys, because he's just going to be going slower and slower and slower. These have obviously been in, they've got fresher tyres, better tyres. They're going to be catching him. So these are going to be our leaders, as they were before all the stops started to filter through. So it could be a battle of these two again to the end. Henry Poppins in fourth. Oz there in fifth, so battle here for fourth and fifth, but Oz does look strong, I've got to say. It's a strong... Oh, there's a yellow flag now. What's the yellow flag for? Or was that just a... I don't think there was actually anything off, if I recall. I think it was just a moment from a previous incident which hadn't been cleared. Oz there in sixth for Paul. So I've been in, come out. So in the top six as Flash goes in. So there's our leader, our leader that was our leader in. Aaron, going to be our leader now. There you go. So Aaron leads it. So remember, Bailey won race one. Is Aaron going to win race two? Harry Poppins in third, Oz in fourth. Paul in fifth, obviously all make up a spot here. Phil is sixth. Flash still there in seventh. Conrad in seventh now. Pico eighth. We've got Team Silver. And Seamus 10th and 11th, and Flash is out. He might come out in front of these two. He's going to be close. He's just exiting the pit lane now. They're going to be on him. So these two having a bit of a ding dong back here in 10th and 11th. So Flash did come out, managed to get out in front of these two in 9th. So Seamus, what can he do? Can he get past Team Silver? A bit of lag on Seamus there. Don't see that very often. Benzo, 12th spot. Jerry 13th. Kev 14th. Seabroad in 15th still. 1.5 technical penalty. I think he's going to give up on this race. I think enough's enough. Well, he won't give up, actually give up, but not going to get nothing out of this one, I'm afraid. Aaron, at the moment, looks like he's going to be getting victory into the last 10 minutes now. Bailey doesn't seem to be able to keep up with him at this point. This is just taking a breather, just keeping those tyres as fresh as they possibly can. Harry Poppins in third, Oz in fourth. So this battle's still going on, isn't it? But it looks like Oz. Was he on the soft? He was. So he's gone soft and soft again. I think he was hoping he was going to get another full run on these soft tyres. Of course he looks quick because everyone else are on mediums around him, but I don't think they're going to last the duration, not even for these last 8 minutes. So will he have to come in for a second stop, or will he just start to fall back? I mean, at the moment he's still got the pace and he's right up behind Harry Poppins, so at the moment all looks okay. But when will they start to drop off? This is Harry Poppins covers. side by side, rounds turn 1s and 2, and Paul behind them in 5th, who's we know pretty strong through turns 1 and 2. He's on the back of them now, so what can Paul do? Can he grab a podium? Maybe, as they're still battling it out ahead of him. Oh, I was going to run a bit wide, don't go on that green stuff, especially with the tyres like that. Paul's having a go. Henry Poppins now though, he's on the outside. Sorry, I was even. Now he's going to switch it back, try and get up the inside. No gap there. How about now on the brakes? Yeah, he's up there on brakes, gets there, gets the job done. So up to 4th goes Paul. So now he's going to chase down Henry Poppins. I think the reason Paul got through there as well is partly because of the tyres on. Oz is probably struggling to stop the thing now as well as it could, because he will start to drop off, I think, now. But these two are going to battle it out till the end, and it will be like this to the end for the remainder of the 6 minutes that we've got here in this race. Yeah, Ozzy's in, so he's had enough on those tyres, so he is making a 2-stopper. So that's going to give these two the freedom of the circuit. No one round in front of him or behind him, so these two are going to go for it to the end. So what is the outcome going to be? You're going to have to stay with us and find out. Obviously I know what it is, and I can tell you it's worth hanging around for. Aaron meanwhile just continues to press on up front, increasing that lead by every lap. Bailey, I think, as we've seen numerous times this championship, when he's in second will settle for second. Certainly after getting victory in race 1, you know, he's leading the championship by a fair few points anyway, so you're not going to bin it for the sake of one place. Might as well take the second if you can't go any quicker than that. Henry Poppins and Paul still at it, as Paul has a look, tries to go around the outside, just shows him a nose. Henry Poppins, he knew he was there anyway, but he just get up the side of him, let him know that the pressure's all over him. This is a great battle. This will turn out to be the great battle. Paul's better on the brakes in the corners, but obviously Henry Poppins has got the pace along the fast sections. Phil Mack in 5th, trying everything he can to get close to the two in front, but I don't think he's going to have enough in the tank to do that. Flash in 6th, Pickle in 7th, Conrad 8th, teammate 9th, Seamus, Jerry in 10th, Oz back to 11th after his stop, Kevin 12th, Benzo 13th, Team Silver 14th, and Seabrook we know in 15th. Naturally I think he might have been already passed by our leader Aaron. Or maybe not, maybe I was a bit harsh there on Chris or Seabroad. As Bailey takes off a penalty, so that's not going to make him any closer to Aaron. That's where he's going to be staying, I fancy. Henry Poppins just appears to have got away from Paul there. I think I might have had a little moment somewhere on one of the turns, just lost the momentum, but I gained it back up again, as I say, on the brakes a lot of the times. Two minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go even. Got my numbers right. It's all coming down to who's going to finish on that final step on the podium. Everything else behind these and in front of these is pretty steady and stable. Phil Mack, of course, is still sniffing around in 5th, so if these two do start to come together, he might be there to pick up the pieces maybe. But this battle's going to go on, and is going on, but all the time Mary Poppins is defending really well. Paul right up behind him again, coming into these final couple of corners up the hill now, almost pushing Mary Poppins up the hill. Can't get past him though. He's going to try and go left, right, can't get through, sticks to his rear bumper. Amazing race again, and what a finale to this race too, as we come into the final minute. This will be the final lap, so what will it be like at the end of this? Just check our leaders. We know there's no change up there. In fact, we know that's not going to alter. It's going to be Aaron, Bailey, and then these two, Mary Poppins, trying to cover all his angles. Paul still there, but Phil is closing in. He is closing in, slowly but surely. Now Paul's going to, just can't get, he's covering every corner. His Mary Poppins. He's going to have to try and go around the long way. He's Paul, maybe on the switchback. He just can't get down there, so goes out wide. Now, can he get the power on? Straighten it off, he does. Look at that, right up behind Mary Poppins. But again, can't get through. Phil Mack is rubbing his hands behind, thinking, well, okay boys, if you're gonna have fun like this, then can I be part of it? But we can see our leader coming around now to complete race 2 here in Brazil. Winner is Aaron, congratulations. Once you got out there, it was a formality really, wasn't it? Bailey will get that 2nd spot, he'll take that for sure. And Paul's got that. Mary Poppins at the moment is in 3rd, but look at this finish, there's side by side, it's going to be neck and neck. Paul's got 3rd at the moment, but we know the pace in that Mazda. Now look at this as they come across, who's going to get it? Mary Poppins gets it, my goodness me, 3rd spot. That was a close finish that, it was thousandths of a second in that, so Mary Poppins gets 3rd in the end. My goodness me, what a finish. Paul got 4th, Phil got 5th, Flash got 6th, Pickle got 7th, Seamus will come in 8th. Coming round across the line now, Seamus, Jerry 9th, Conrad in 10th, Careful coming 11th, and the others behind them didn't get any more laps in, so it's Kevin 11th, Ozzy in 12th, Benzo 13th, Team Silver 14th, and Seabroad in 15th. But there's your race too. That was a fantastic race again. That battle between Mary Poppins and Paul at the end was magnificent. Respect to all the drivers here on this round, because the viewing for that will be superb when you do get to watch this. And yeah, I loved it, every minute of it. Thank you again. Thanks for watching. Join me again for next round, round 6 from Suzuka in Japan. And yeah, hope you can join me then. See you later. Bye bye.